Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Japanu Toys. This time we are having a look at Roadstorm, the little bike that tried his very best in the series. And I feel he tried as a toy, but let's see if he turned out well or if he's something you should just pass on this week, shall we? Let's get straight into the toy and make this quite a short one.
And we start off with Roadstorm's best mode, his motorbike mode. Don't get me wrong, this bike mode is actually good. It looks the part, it's got a lot of nice detail to it. I like the colours that they've used. I like the flame tampos, or I don't know, the flame patterning they've got on it. It does the job. It looks funky and it looks like a road warrior kind of thing. I really have no issues with this bike mode. Granted, as you'll see, it doesn't really do a huge amount because, it's a bike. You can maybe try and make it do wheelies, either way, I guess. The handles are on a little clip so they can wobble about a little bit. You can take off this part here because it's the gun. I know, I was surprised as well. It meshes in with the rest of the design really nicely, and I like the fact it can store away there. We have the Cyberplanet key gimmick, or force chip, so let's get his Earth 1 and shove it in this slot here, and we go in the hole. And when we activate it, it goes click, just like this, and becomes a missile launcher, which is always good. Missiles are fun. Now, the best thing about this is when you have it normally like this, it blends in with the rest of the design really nicely and mirrors the other side where the gun would be. Nice, smart, clever is the robot mode. In robot mode, I can see what they were going for, but yeah, he's got some super skinny legs, and he's got a whole lot of motorbike hanging off of his back, doesn't he? And he's got a real sunken in head. I don't actually mind the sunken in head, but the amount of back kibble he's got is way too much, especially on top of these super skinny thin legs. It just doesn't look right. It looks like a skinny dude is carrying way too much. But the head sculpt reminds me more of a GoBot as well than a Transformer. Some might say that's better, some might say that's worse. I think it's kind of interesting at the very least. From an articulation side of things, Roadstorm suffers a hell of an amount just because of, all this back kibble here. This eats up a lot of his articulation. He has ball joints in the shoulders, but because of all the junk on his back, you can't really do a lot with it. I mean, it can roll forward, and he's got a double elbow bend, which is best thing in this mode, really. But just because of all this gubbins, it's not a huge amount of movement here at all. The head's locked. We've got no waist joint. The legs can bend, I think 90. Yep, there it goes. 90 degrees there. And can go forward and back, all fine and dandy, and he can do hella splits. But the problem is, there's not enough support. You try and get him in most poses, and he just kind of flops over. It doesn't work. I see what they were going for, but it doesn't work. Cyberplanet key is fine. It does the job. Pops up and is a over-the-shoulder missile launcher, which is good. His gun, although looking kind of interesting, can't really be held in one hand, just because of the shape of it, so it has to go into the other hand. And then it's more of a walking stick. I mean, you can have it held up like a gun, but it has to go at a bit of an angle just because of his elbows. And that's it. His articulation kind of sucks, guys. Pretty bad. I find it extremely difficult to recommend Roadstorm as a toy that you should really go out your way to get. The bike mode's really nice. If you like your motorbikes, then okay, go for it. But be aware that the robot mode is, in my opinion, a little bit junk. So although I wouldn't recommend it, if you like the figure, rock and roll, guys. But yeah, get him cheap, I guess. So thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you next time with an old school toy review, because it's been a while since I've done one of them. So I will see you in the future, guys.